No pit stops, no strategy. It's all about the pace today. Qualifying day here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Here we are, the Hungary Grand Prix. It's going to be a very calm episode. Well, we don't know how the race might be like, but what do I do know from the beginning? It's a bit of a calm episode 3 to 12. And of course, we know the last episode we've got the reveal that the racing ball 3 club are leaving Formula 1 and 2 new teams are battling each other for the spot at the 11th team. That's something I can't wait to see what team that is going to be. Even I don't know. All I know is the two new teams back there. So we find out at some point what team it is that's going to be coming in and we play racing ball. That's something I'm looking forward to. But let's get back into Hungarian qualifier. Alex Albon out on his third run. I have to admit, really the practice section wasn't Albon and Russell. Who were the battle rather Russell? Albon actually ended up slugging, which he did right now in P1. It's only just managed to get new into P16 with the bottom state Hulkenberg, Manoli, Tranmere, Oton Lawson, and one more love. I've already forgotten who it was. And we now in Q2 third run, Albon need to do better. But it's obviously the problem we've got, it's been a theme the last couple seasons at Hungary. We do tend to struggle at Hungary. I don't think last season we had it, I believe so. But we had struggle in Hungary, and that is something I'm trying to fix the car set up in the practice section, the opportunity. But didn't quite work out. We crossed the line, we got on a P8, but it didn't last long. We got to P12 and Toro, Russell started into now we are stuck to run. We need to try to get ourselves ahead. We got good timing, I think. At the end, he found the front to the bars in, yes. Close, with a close one. I thought we were going to make contact. We got very close right there. I don't think there was a contact, but if there were, we're going to lose our time anyway. But now we're still improving, which is good. But how much can we actually improve with P12 still if we're not into P30 at one point, if we're not? So let's see how this final run might be like. Now we the final tour, we now crossed the line. We barely made an improvement into P14 with so much, and Russell is into P7. And let's see what Hungary Grand Prix got in store for us.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Gasly, Russell, Tsunoda, Antonelli, and Gabriel Bortoleto, Behrman, Doohan, Isaac Hadjar, and Albon, Colapinto, Crawford, Paul Aaron, and Liam Lawson, Ocon, Tramnitz, Hulkenberg, and Zane Maloney rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
And here we are, the Hungary Grand Prix. It's finally dawned on us. It's going to be a one-stop smash, most likely for us, and I do believe the undercut is on the table. To be fair, we don't really have a choice, do we? Because we are out the point for Alex Albon. Not sure it didn't point, which is true. For Albon, out the point, he desperately needed himself into the point for sure. So we have to see how the turn one will turn out like, because sometimes in turn one we know I told it 2021 turn one Hungary, if we're not hitting the lane, turn one do opt for a bit of a calamity, let's say. So let's see how this one will be like. But Alex Albon needs to recover some point, and of course I want to quickly mention I'm using manual ideas, so if you can let me know the comment how to improve on it, that'll be greatly appreciated. But now let's get into it. We are now waiting for the 5 late like the McLaren boys. 1, 2, and it's now away we go with the Piat getting off a good start. Lando got off a good start as well, and it's going to be a very close one into turn one with Max Verstappen on the outside line. Barson, no, keeping McLaren, try to cause problem for them, and we don't land on another in the middle of everything. It is going to lose a lot of play for this. The outside, Max Verstappen going to currently yet it does. It lands on another, and look back into P3 while Piat maintain his lead into P1, and Max Verstappen made the place into second place. A fantastic start. Let's be honest, we all thought there was going to be the contact into turn one, did we not? But it's a clear one. It's a fantastic job for those top right, and of course Max Verstappen would like to try to get a win. 2% his championship lead, and just to see from McLaren having these stirs in it, I thought it was just going to be mistaken and on motorsport. That might not be the case. We are looking to see if McLaren get involved, and the Ferrari and George Russell are for a pretty solid qualifier. He's in P7 behind Gasly. Can we see Russell moving up the order? Be the top that can be the case. Are we now into lap 2? Piat still leading. Max Verstappen is second, and Lando Norris still in third. Carlos side chasing out for Lando Norris. We've got both William P13 or P13 40, I think so. But now we're looking at the replay of the start. What happened to Alex Albon, how he managed to make a play. He basically got overtaken by 2 million, but then he went on the inside line, try and get you to make up more places, and thankfully there was space for us to be able to do it, but unfortunately we couldn't catch that William. But we're now on board with the Alpine, because Alpine actually had a pretty close one to turn one, as we got, I think, with at the yellow, who's on the outside, brought an actor thinking what was in the middle of everything, just like what happened with Max Verstappen and McLaren, with Newton Tanona have pulled behind Bortonacto. The Bortonacto made up a fantastic start. He just tried to get at the yellow, but he did not get through. No, he didn't get through. But we're now back in real time at the Piat. Fantastic start for him, that we're now in lap. Piat continuing the lead, actually trying to pull it away from Max Verstappen with Lando chasing after him, and we got Jack D1 who is now off for Oliver and moved up into P11 with Albon, who almost joined into back of Behrman. He had to try and get back on Ollie, but we want to make sure we don't stay behind, and he actually did. Albon sent it, and he get new steal. Yes, he does. He barred his way through on Oliver. I just thought he didn't manage to pull it off until the last minute launch. Straight on the inside, fantastic job from Alex Albon. That's what I like to see. To now Albon to try to take off for Jack D1 and feed the top, get involved for the top 10, and we're now on board with the oddball, that's what I'm going to call them now, the oddball Audi racing ball that had an Esteban Ocon has got himself trapped in between those oddball, and that is unfortunate for Ocon. Unlike his teammate who is in P13, Ocon is not even there, so Ocon got a lot of work to do to try to get you as fast as possible. So let's see what Esteban can do, and now we are chasing after Jack Dillon. We tried to keep up with him, but for some reason the car just didn't feel good. Maybe the setup, maybe the stalemate of the upgrade, we should not manage to put in the whole price does push, and I'm not sure. We're doing pretty alright, carriage and play bar. That as long as in the point, I'm happy for that. And we've got to land on it. It's now putting the pressure on Max Verstappen, who's in fact is 1.5 seconds behind Piastri. So clearly Max had no pace and to be fair, dirty air can contribute to this issue, but even if the dirty air contributed this, we still got these boys getting onto Max Verstappen and not the Piastri, of course, had the clear air, managed to pull away anyway, so I think Max is at this advantage position because of course, no Tiara, no slipstream to help him to try to defend, and he can seem to put the pressure with the dirty air on the cars behind. So I wonder if there is an issue inside that red ball, because Newton Tsunoda, P10, and all bit of a snap for that into out the final tour. They saved the just manner, and we now got land on the inside on Max Verstappen into turn 1. Can he get the on Max, or does he be a very good race? And it looks like he didn't, but Max is defending and land on the outside. They're gonna go through. But they still side by side to Max Verstappen stay ahead of Lando, or we want Lando stay ahead. He did. Lando Norris has gone through, but it's such a play fantastic job for Lando. Another fantastic clean race. I think the season so far, there's been a lot of clean racing. No arty-barty apart from Silverstone, which unfortunately have not been deleted due to mechanical failure that had happened in that episode for one of our rivals. But Lando, it's been arty-barty with, I think, with Albon. But we never did a steer, unfortunately, apart from a short clip that I deleted in last episode. So apart from that, there's been a lot of a clean racing. So that's impressive, isn't it? Very impressive. And to be fair, everybody's car is almost relatively the same, apart from, of course, the oddball. So let's hope we have the big vaccination change for next season. We need it. It started getting a little bit boring, don't we think? And now we've got at the other chasing out from Russell and Carlos side, chasing out from Matt Verstappen. At the other had the moment of the P3 to get the move done, but didn't get it, and we got Newton Tsunoda on Gabriel Bortonato, and Bortonato fantastic exit from the Alpine. It's a good improvement to see Alpine now steadily getting backed up with the car, and Albon is nowhere near Jack Dillon, specifically within the DR that unfortunately now 1.2 seconds. That start for Alex Dole, but we got strong pay from the car behind, but just not that strong. So Jack Dillon, so I think Albon is struggling with some issue. We have put the new component in, basically I think 2 of the components on the last one. So the next time we put a new one in for those 2 components, penalty of course. So let's see what happens. And we've got Oliver Behrman within P13 with both William hunting out for Oliver Behrman. We know how that feels back in Imola when Albon had both William hunting him along with Lando Norris, and unfortunately Albon has lost the place in Lando. We still saw a play, but the feeling of William, of Peter and Hadjar just coming up for you, it's crazy. And now Dr. Carlos didn't make a move on Max Verstappen, and I know Charles Leclerc is like, hurry up Carlos, we want to try to get you on him as well. Don't forget, Charles Leclerc not that far behind from Max Verstappen, and Bortonato and Newton Tsunoda once again are active, and Bortonato to try to get them on Newton Tsunoda defending his play. Yes, he did. Bortonato defended once again, but in lap 8 Lando Norris. It's tired of catching up slowly and now got Carlos Sainz on the inside of Max Verstappen into turn 1 and it's directly on Max can defend again to Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz of course looking very strong in that Ferrari and he's gonna go down the outside to Max doing what he always does, passing through. He didn't. Max behind Carlos Sainz, but straight away in lap 11, Charles Leclerc had now gone through on Max Verstappen and Max is trying to get through. Charles Leclerc did squeeze a little bit on Max Verstappen, but still got through clear anyway. So now Max locked into P5. Unfortunately, with P2 now in P5 and Russell still getting the pressure from his former teammate at yellow. And we got brought up to P9 using P10, G1, P11 and Albon is slot 6 Sutton to D1. So I think the car now got an issue and Behrman, both Williams are now right behind Albon and we've got Alton farther than making a progress. The head of Liam Lawson been stuck behind them for the good 11 laps. It's the shocking one from Esteban Ocon, but now in lap 12, we've got Max Verstappen, who will now be overtaken by Gasly. Pierre Gasly now gone into P5, Max not into P6. I don't know how Max is feeling for that situation, but in lap 13, Russell had now gone ahead on the outside of Max Verstappen. It's going to go with at the yellow. It's now looking at both of them, waiting for the right time to pout Russell and Max. We know the history they have for each other, but it didn't match up because they are going to keep it today. I hope so. Russell didn't do yet it does. Max Verstappen with a little bit of a wobble behind, and it's still locked a place anyway into P7. But now in lap 14, at the end, it's gone the thing. It's the ultimate shuffling for Max Verstappen. He is dealing with the problem. He has got no damage that I can see. It's the tyre. I have no idea what is going on with Max Verstappen, clearly slugging, and we now got Behrman on the inside of Alex Albon. Can he get you on Alex Albon or Will Albon defending leading well? He's going to give him a lot of space for sure, and Albon going back through ahead of Ollie Behrman. So he's still in P12, which is losing time at lapped and lapped, which is of continuing defending again. So Ollie Behrman is the backing up. We are now thinking about strategy to really come in, put a new tyre on to avoid more defending and have the advantage over them when they do come in, you know what I mean? So that's something we've been thinking about, and we now got Bortonacto and Yutin Tsunoda are now going to fight against each other, and I think that is now the game plan for the Motorsport to tell Yutin Tsunoda defend against the Bortonacto and give yourself a space for Max Verstappen, because clearly Max is struggling and Yutin Tsunoda is faster. So I would think that Newton's to be a team player and help Matt in the championship. And now we've got Alex Albon, who's now being the first one to pick, because he started to go for under top. I think like over top on Behrman. I don't think we can actually catch G1 or well Bortonacto and Newton Tsunoda leading, because of course that's the point won't be in. So let's see what might happen. I'm now going to come out behind Jack Torford. We have to not stay behind him for too long, otherwise we lose way too much time, which is not what we want. We need to try to get them fast as possible and try and see if we can try and attack D1 for P11 and hopefully Bortonacto somehow and Newton Tsunoda, which I don't think that's going to happen. We've got P up there, you know, still in the lead, land another P along with Charles Leclerc, yeah, Charles P, and we've got the live timing of Jack Torford 30, Alex Albon and Albon gone on the inside of Jack Torford. The fantastic job right there. And we now got Max Verstappen in, Gasly, Charles more tire coming in, Max on a hard tire. That going to help him now. We'll find out if the medium tire that's been causing problem, and we got a slow stop for Bortonacto. That is now hope. Can we get ahead of Bortonacto or not? The Alton is going to come in yet here. Esteban Ocon does go in, and now Albon finally get ahead of poor Albon. We actually lost a bit of a time behind Albon, but we can't overtake him because I know we didn't make contact. We had to stay behind him until we finally break through. But unfortunately, we do not catch Bortonetto. But we are ahead of Toro Piton, which is good because it doesn't matter. We were ahead of him anyway in the first place, so we know that overtake still paid off, and we got more better tyre in terms of how tall it is compared to what Toro Piton did have to deal with. We got Max Verstappen here now on his way for undertouch that and cheaper. Of course, he lost so much place here within P8 before he pitted. But let's see where he is going to be now. We got Ferrari in right of Carlos side. Piatri, the leader of Tour, has pitted. Russell has pitted as well. I think it'd be perfect time if a safety car if that help out Russell to actually in. Using Tonona in, being very good teammate, helping Matt to try to keep Bortonetto behind Russell, who's high on. He's going to be ahead. Yes, it is. Russell is going to be ahead of Using Tonona. Are we now going to see Matt Verstappen coming up to Matt getting stuff up? Yes, he does. Did we close one into turn one? It was very close, but sure, fine. Matt Verstappen recover two position up into P6. The fantastic love for Matt Verstappen. Now he needs to try to attack Gasly, try to attack Charles Leclerc to recover all of those points that he's lost. And we're not using to know not in lap 21. Going ahead to the inside of Russell. He's going to get the looks like he's it. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but painful one for Russell, but it's that now one place behind. For the point, we want to be higher than that, but unfortunately, it seemed not to be the case. Maybe Russell will stay close for as long as he can, get there to the other, and get ahead of Newton to Nona. But Max Verstappen doing a brilliant job, recover so much places now. He can try and catch Gasly, and hopefully that can be the case for Max Verstappen. And I saw a bit of a smoke. There's a smoke. It's Charles Leclerc. Oh no! Charles Leclerc got mechanical failure. He is out of the Hungarian long front. Max Verstappen moved up one place and Russell is back in where he was. And Max got a freebie from this situation now in P5. He can definitely try and catch Gasly for that P4, and Albon gonna move up into P11. But unfortunately, we are too far behind from Jack. Do you want to see how long it's taken up to finally pass Charles Leclerc? We're 7 seconds behind Jack Dimon. It's such a situation for us. I think there's just the cars didn't quite fit for Hungary, and I think that's the situation. But now in lap 29, many laps gone by, we're now watching the Alpine boys are having a battle. I would assume they have a team order, but it looks like they are letting them like G1, 30, Bortonetto, and G1 might have got himself better. Oh no, Bortonetto, yes he did. G1 with 9P9 with Gabriel Bortonetto in P10, but now we're going to lap 31. Matt Verstappen, just as I predicted, has caught up to Gasly. I think this is now the time to see if Matt should recover all the places lost, recover the point that he deserves, get himself into P4. But let's see what might happen. I'm now on board with Albon, who is basically the other side of the track for Max Verstappen and Gasly. So I think it's safe to say this is where we're going to finish, and we've got Hadjar. He's now caught up to Alex Albon. So clearly we are starting to compare to the Williams, which is, doesn't even make sense whatsoever. But now in lap 34 of the Piastri with brilliant calm, composure racing so far. This Honda long plan, no slaughter, no issue. It just kept it clean all the way. And Carlos started impeding, which I forgot to mention, actually jumped ahead of Lando Norris. I think in the pit, I can't remember if that was the situation of Max Verstappen had not still got ahead of Gasly. It's been 4 laps now, yet not managed to get through on P8 from lap 31 to 34. No progress made from Max Verstappen. Gasly, clearly not happy about it. He's gonna do the same thing, keeping him behind and see if he can finish P4. Bit hard for the construction for sure, and it's a bit of an unfortunate one for us because we want to try and tap McLaren and Ferrari in the construction championship, but it clearly looked like we might be continue with that P5 in the Constructor Championship, which start by hoping with advising recovering and the eyes solve back in the fight for P4 and potential P3 are now on board with Piastri now doing start his final lap of the Hungary Grand Prix, the same track. He got his first victory in 2024 after that controversial opinion from McLaren where the art Mando to display the Piastri now deservedly, rightfully so, going to win the Hungary, and Max Verstappen on the final lap still have not done anything to Gatlin. What is going on with Max Verstappen? I know you think to know not. It's like, Max, come on, man. Make a move. I know that's what UT's thinking, but UT has been a much better play compared to Max Verstappen. But for some reason, Max is not doing anything. I mean, now, Don Russell P7 at the yellow P8, Jack, G1, P9, and Broughton Leclerc now start his final lap at P10 with Alex Albon, who's actually 10 seconds behind. But now on board with Oscar Piastri, who's not even that far back from Alex Albon. I think he's about 20 to 30 seconds behind the Alex Albon. But Oscar Piastri, the very happy man right there, hadn't been for a while. He's now coming on home to win the Hungary Grand Prix, and Carlos Sainz is going to finish second place. A fantastic ride from Carlos Sainz. I thought we might, but it's not. It's Carlos with Lando Norris finishing third, and now got Gatlin to come out the final corner, still ahead of Max Verstappen, a P4 finish from Pierre Jack. And there's a live timing right now because I won't show you with Lactic. We have Lactic, Dan Maloney is P22. The fact that P11, 12, I think P13 have managed to lap a car that was P22. Look how bad the racing bought it. They are absolutely horrendous. But for Albon, P11, remove the places just not in the point, and Max got rather for today. Does it deserve it? I have no idea.
And an award-winning day for Oscar Piastri as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
What a true show of character to fight through the grid the way they did, to not get beat down by starting so far down, and to come back and win it all. Just goes to show how strong this driver is.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And your winner today, the man from down under, congratulations, Oscar Piastri.
Well done. I mean, we can't expect that, didn't we? I mean, one Piastri took the lead in turn one, and knew he did a sail home. He had the moment with Carlos Sainz, but it didn't really happen anyway. And Charles Leclerc now 19 points behind Lando, taxing, Carlos Sainz taxing, and the Constructor Championship McLaren that now move up into second place and taxing the Motorsport. Fantastic job from the McLaren. They had managed to get the resurgence up and get themselves in the contender for the Constructor Championship. Now the championship, maybe, who knows, but for us, Bridley Motorsport needs to find some recovery now from at the summer break, and hopefully we find out more about the breaking news over the summer with the racing board. But I'm going to end it now, and I thank you for watching it, and please like and dislike my video. Do I very appreciate it, and peace out.